The night our band finally hit it big, the night of our first TV spot, was supposed to be ours. But at the after party, flush with success, my girlfriend and the band's lead singer, Anna, threw her arms around Leo, our drummer. I was the one who had spent months hustling, networking, and securing the deal that got us on that stage, but I was left standing alone. We're done. What are you talking about? Just because I hugged him first, you're breaking up with me? Yes, that's exactly why. Because you didn't hug me first. The noisy, celebratory vibe in the private room died instantly. Noah, have you had enough? Anna's voice was sharp, cutting through the silence. Are you drunk? This is ridiculous. You want to break up over something like that? She didn't care who was watching, her words a public indictment. I'm not kidding, Anna, I said, my voice steady despite the tremor inside me. We're over. The other band members, sensing the implosion, made their excuses and slipped out one by one. Soon, it was just the three of us. Anna, maybe I should go, Leo said, a look of concern plastered on his face. You guys should talk this out. It would have been convincing if his hand wasn't still resting on her arm. It's fine, Leo. You head home. This isn't your fault, Anna said, her tone softening for him. Text me when you get there, so I know you're safe. It was laughable. A grown man needing to send a safe-at-home text. My girlfriend was just so damn considerate. Anna turned back to me, her eyes filled with impatience. Noah, you owe me a real explanation. Now. Silence stretched between us. My eyes burned, and my throat felt tight. It took a few tries before I could speak. Anna, I'm your boyfriend. How am I supposed to watch you be that close with someone else? What is wrong with you tonight? Is Leo a stranger? There are 4 of us in this band. We practically live together during rehearsals. You eat together, you sleep in the same space, you rehearse, you perform. I get it. I shot back, the frustration boiling over. But have you ever once thought about how I feel? I wasn't just sitting around. Do you have any idea how many industry parties I went to, how much cheap whiskey I had to drink to get us this shot? Have you ever seen me when I'm out there, begging producers and promoters for a chance? I'm happier than anyone that the show was a success, but you never see me. I'm always on the outside, looking in. I'm supposed to be the person closest to you. The last sentence came out as a roar, and tears I couldn't control streamed down my face. I didn't expect a gentle response, but the look of pure annoyance in her eyes was a punch to the gut. So that's what this is about, she said, her voice flat. You think I don't appreciate you? We've been busy with the show. I'll spend more time with you later, okay? Always dismissing my work, ignoring my feelings, brushing off my sincerity. In that moment, I knew I was done with Anna for good. Before I could say anything else, her phone rang. Anna? Can you come over? I feel awful. I can't breathe right. I think it's an allergic reaction. Leo's voice, weak and strained, came through the speaker. Why are you calling my girlfriend in the middle of the night? I snatched the phone from her. If you're sick, call 911. I'm sorry, he whimpered. You're the only person I really know in this city, Anna. I panicked. I didn't mean to make you upset, Noah. It must have been the shrimp I ate. I'll just go to the hospital myself. You guys get some rest. Give me the phone, Anna demanded, grabbing it back. Leo, don't worry. I'm on my way. She was already pulling on her jacket, heading for the door. This is your fault, she snapped at me. You were the one who ordered the food tonight. Didn't you know he has a shellfish allergy? The door slammed shut, the sound echoing her accusation. I stood there in the middle of the room, a complete joke. I went home to an empty apartment. It was a familiar feeling. I sat in the dark, waiting for Anna, just as I had countless nights before. Moonlight streamed in, illuminating a framed photo on the nightstand. Our happy smiles seemed twisted, a relic from another time. I pulled an old wooden box from the back of the closet. It held my entire past, frayed greeting cards, a faded plastic action figure, an old high school yearbook. In the only photo, an 8-year-old Anna had her arms wrapped around my neck, making a face at the camera. Her parents, the Millers, stood behind us, smiling warmly. Noah, you're my person for life, she had said back then. I'll always have your back. Those were the words that pulled me from the wreckage of my early life, but the person who said them had just thrown me back into the darkness. I was practically Anna's brother. When I was a kid, my dad died in a construction accident, and my mom remarried and left me behind. I almost starved. Mr. Miller, who worked with my dad, was a good man. Seeing that I was only a year older than Anna, he took me in. "We know you'll always want to remember your dad, so you don't have to change your name," he'd said. "Hey, I have a brother." Anna had squealed, grabbing my hand. For the first time, I, a shy and insecure kid, felt the warmth of a family. I would have done anything to keep that warmth. I just can't remember the last time her hand reached for mine. At the bottom of the box was an acceptance letter. The gold lettering on the heavy paper was faded, but the iconic university gate on the front was still impressive. I could still feel the thrill, the pure joy of taking it from the mailman. I had planned to surprise Anna with it. But before I could, her eyes, sparkling with excitement, were fixed on me. "Noah, I've decided. I'm going to the Thornton School of Music at USC. I'm going to start my own band, and I'm going to be the most famous lead singer ever." The hand behind my back tightened, crinkling the letter. "Haha, that's great," I'd said. I actually didn't do so well on my finals this year, so I was thinking of taking a gap year anyway. "I can apply with you next year." No, you don't even play an instrument. You're not a band person. Then I'll be your manager. You can focus on the music, and I'll handle everything else." "Haha, okay. Then we can be together forever." Everything went according to her plan. She formed the band in college. At first, they were unknown, so broke we sometimes couldn't afford to eat. But slowly, they gained a following, playing gigs all over the country. It was during that time that Anna told me she loved me, and with everyone in the band cheering us on, we officially started dating. Then a producer for a late-night show saw them, and after one performance, they blew up. Gigs and offers started pouring in. Anna's dream of making it big was coming true. But what about me? Her promise of forever had a 3-year expiration date. She was tired of me. My vision blurred. I lifted a hand to my face and realized my cheeks were wet. "Anna, I'll give myself 3 days to sort everything out. 3 days to pay you back for the 3 best years you gave me." I must have fallen asleep. When I opened my eyes, the sun was bright, and the other side of the bed was still empty. A text from her, sent half an hour ago, was on my phone. "I'm on my way home. Make something light for lunch. I want to bring some to Leo after I eat." Anna never cooked. Her chaotic schedule of late nights and missed meals had given her a nasty stomach ulcer, so I had always made sure she ate well, fitting it in around my own work. This would be the last time. As I got up and headed to the kitchen, I didn't notice that the box I'd pulled out last night was still sitting on the floor. "I'm back," she announced, walking in. I was at the hospital with Leo all night, so I just crashed at his place. She watched my face as she spoke, but her words were absurd. "It's fine. Let's eat." I set my voice flat. I had no energy left to argue. "I knew you'd understand," she said, visibly relieved. "Let's just forget about what happened last night, okay? You were just drunk. With only 3 days left, there was no point in fighting." She ate quickly and then went to the bedroom to rest, leaving me to clean up. She was so worried about Leo needing a light meal, but she never once asked if I was okay last night or if I was tired from cooking. After all this time, I finally realized I was the biggest fool. Crash! The bedroom door flew open. "Noah, what is this?" Anna stood there, her face a mask of shock, holding my old acceptance letter. "I found it in a box by the bed. This can't be yours, can it?" I met her stunned gaze and admitted it without emotion. "Yes, it's mine. From the first time I applied to college." She was speechless, staring at the paper and then back at me. "But you said you didn't get in. You said you bombed your finals." "Elite. I did it for you. I changed my entire plan so I could support your career. But this is UCLA. Why would you give up UCLA to go to a community college with me?" "Because I was an idiot, I guess." Anna just stared at me, unable to form a word. I gave her one last cold look and went back to washing the dishes. "Noah, I never knew. If I had known, I would never have let you do that." Her arms wrapped around my waist from behind. The familiar embrace, one I hadn't felt in so long, sent a tremor through me. "Don't you think it's a little late for that?" "Noah, I'm so sorry. I've been such a jerk. I've been ignoring you. I love you so much. Please, just give me one more chance. I'll spend the rest of my life making it up to you. Once this TV gig is over, let's get married, okay?" She pressed her cheek against my back, and the warmth made my eyes sting. What about Leo? The question escaped my lips. I had made up my mind, but the moment she held me, I started to waver. You can endure anything when you're ignored, but a single moment of affection from the person you love can unleash a flood of pain. He's nothing compared to you. He's like a little brother to me. You're the one I love. You're my family, the person I grew up with. I swear, I only love you. It's always been you. The tears I've been holding back finally broke free. I turned in her arms and buried my face in her neck. You can't lie to me again, Anna. If you lie to me again, I'll never forgive you. In a blur of tears, I kissed her, and everything else followed naturally. In the heat of the moment, I felt her passionate kisses. Noah, thank you, she whispered. Thank you for loving me so much. I'll be good to you for the rest of my life. The jazz music playing softly in the background filled the room with a hazy intimacy. She had gone to the bathroom and was taking a long time. A playful thought struck me. I'd hide by the door and scare her. After all, she had been through a lot with the band, and I needed to consider her feelings too. The bathroom door muffled most of the sound, but I could hear snippets of Anna's conversation. Don't worry, I'll find a way to tell him. You just rest and listen to the doctor. Take your medicine on time. Disband? What is she talking about? The door opened, and she jumped when she saw me. Noah, what are you doing standing here? Get back in bed before you catch a cold. Who are you talking to, Anna? What's this about disbanding? A flicker of panic crossed her face. Oh, just a friend. We were just talking. Nothing about disbanding. You must have misheard. You just promised you wouldn't lie to me again. I'm not. You have to trust me, she said, her tone shifting to a playful pout. What's with you? Are you trying to pick a fight right after we made up? You were so sweet a minute ago. She took my hand, trying to lead me back to the bedroom, but my heart was pounding. Anna, you better not be lying. If you lie to me again, I will never forgive you. I mean it. Where is everyone else? Why are you the only one here? The man in front of me, Leo, casually ate his seafood risotto, glancing up at me. If I hadn't said that, would you have come, Noah? What about your shellfish allergy? Ha ha, that was just for Anna's benefit. She's so gullible. Leo's smile was smug, completely different from his usual persona. I had no desire to engage and turned to leave. Don't go, Noah. I bet Anna didn't tell you the band is about to break up. I froze, turning back to him in disbelief. Ha ha, I knew it. She was probably afraid of upsetting you. Apex Records wants to sign Anna, but the condition is that she disbands her current group. Oh, and they want me too. Actually, I was the one who introduced them. Apex Records was a new label that had exploded in the last 2 years, launching several massive artists. A deal with them was a huge opportunity, but only if the whole band was signed. When we were starting out, we were so broke we had to pool our money to buy ramen, and we ate nothing but that for 2 months in our cramped basement studio. We didn't break up then, when things were impossible. Now that we were finally successful, she was going to kick everyone else to the curb? And it couldn't be that heartless. Not after everything we'd been through. In a way, this band was my baby too. I had poured my blood, sweat, and tears into it. There was no way I would accept this. And you think you're not holding her back? Leo continued, his voice dripping with condescension. At Apex, she'll have a team of experienced professional managers. It's the better choice, no matter how you look at it. If it weren't for you, Anna would have been living a much better life ages ago. Don't you have any self-awareness? You can't possibly think she's still with you because she loves you. You have no idea how many guys hit on her after every show, do you? We even have a group chat. You want to guess if Anna ever met up with any of them? Leo's words were like needles, piercing my skin. You're lying. Anna would never mess around with fans. Ha! Then why do you think you were never invited to the after parties? That was because Anna knew I was tired and wanted me to go home and rest. I said, but even I could hear the lack of conviction in my own voice. Leo just smirked at me. As I left, he delivered the final blow. Want to make a bet? Anna will definitely break up the band. And in her eyes, you're just a boring old man she's outgrown. She doesn't love you anymore. Why else would she drop everything and run to me over a fake allergy? Wake up, Noah. Stop dreaming. His mocking words echoed in my head as I numbly pushed open the door to our apartment. The smell of food hit me immediately. "You're back. Go wash up, dinner's ready." Anna, wearing an apron, peeked out from the kitchen, a gentle smile on her face. She laughed at my stunned expression. "What's wrong? First time seeing me cook? Happy birthday, sleepyhead. Hurry up before the food gets cold." The warm water running over my hands brought me back to reality. With everything going on, I had completely forgotten it was my birthday. And this was the first time Anna had ever cooked for me. Maybe she had lied last night because she had already decided to turn down Apex's offer and didn't want to worry me. The dark cloud Leo had cast over me began to lift. Anna did still love me. On the table was a plate of barbecue ribs, glistening and smelling delicious. "Hee, I remember you loved these when we were kids. It's my first time making them, so give it a try." A wave of warmth spread through my chest. I'll never forget the first meal the Millers gave me after they took me in. It was barbecue ribs. The taste was almost identical to my memory of it. "It's delicious. I love it. Thank you." "What for?" "It's my boyfriend's birthday. Of course I'm going to cook for him." She rested her chin on her hands, her eyes crinkling as she smiled at me. "What did you do this afternoon?" "Nothing much, just walked around." I didn't want to ruin the moment, so I said nothing about meeting Leo. "Honey, there's something I want to talk to you about." A knot formed in my stomach. I put down my fork. "What is it?" "Apex Records wants to sign me, but the condition is that I have to disband the current group." A sense of overwhelming absurdity washed over me. "What are you trying to say? You want to do it?" "Well, it's not decided yet. I wanted to talk to you about it first." "What is there to talk about?" "Those guys have been with you from the very beginning. They stuck by you when things were tough, and now that you're famous, you're just going to dump them?" "Anna, are you even human? Why are you yelling? You're so self-righteous. Doesn't everyone want to climb higher?" They didn't stick with me out of pure loyalty. They were probably just hoping to ride my coattails. I couldn't believe those words were coming out her mouth. Had she forgotten how much we all suffered together? The guys had told me, behind her back, that they would stick with the band no matter what. Our bassist, Mike, his parents threatened to disown him if he didn't come home, but he stayed, eating ramen with us in that basement. Even our old drummer, Chris, only left because of a family emergency after we started getting more stable. If he hadn't left, that snake Leo would never have joined us. "And you think they only want you?" I challenged. "What about Leo? Isn't he going too?" "So what if he is? He's talented. It's normal for him to get noticed. Why are you always so fixated on him?" "Noah, are you going through a midlife crisis or something? If you're sick, go get help. You still don't see that there's something wrong with Leo? How is it that as soon as he joins, Apex shows up with an offer that requires you to break up the band right when we're taking off? Use your head, Anna. Or have you slept with so many fans that your brain has turned to mush? I am sick. I'm sick because of you. Who is it that swore they would love me forever? Who promised they wouldn't lie to me again? You slept with me yesterday and then ran to the bathroom to call him. Is it because he's better in bed?" Slap. The sharp sound echoed in the room. A fiery sting spread across my cheek, and half my face went numb. It was the first time Anna had ever hit me. She looked stunned for a moment, too. "I can't talk to you. You're insane. Just cool off." The door slammed shut. The fat on the ribs on the table had congealed, looking greasy and disgusting. I had lost my appetite. Ding. A message on my phone. "So, did Anna break the news to you?" It was Leo. "Ha ha. I told you she'd choose me. Here's another little gift for you." An attached photo showed Leo, shirtless, lying in bed. Next to him, fast asleep, was Anna. The photo's timestamp was April 12th, 11 p.m. At that exact moment, I was at an industry party trying to secure a sponsorship, forcing a smile, getting plied with drink after drink until I was throwing up in the bathroom. "Is that enough for you? I've got more." Ding, ding, ding. More photos appeared. All of them were of Anna, laughing and embracing other men. "Anna, what was I to you? What did all my sacrifices mean? Since you don't need me anymore, then this is goodbye." I had already prepared the paperwork to dissolve my management license. It was pathetic, but I had held off on submitting it because I thought Anna might change. Now, none of it mattered. I sent all the documents to the state board. I knew that with one click of the send button, years of my hard work, my entire life's effort, would be gone. It was so hard to let go. I couldn't let go of the memory of that warm little house and the barbecue ribs. I couldn't let go of the tears of joy we all shed after our first successful gig. Most of all, I couldn't let go of the memory of Anna holding me, her eyes full of sincerity, saying, "Noah, I'm going to be one of the biggest female singers in the country. I'm going to make you the most successful manager in the business. I'm going to make you the happiest man in the world." I believe she meant it when she said it. But sincerity is fleeting. The Anna of today would just snarl at me to get lost, lie to my face, and sneak around with other people. She only cared about that backstabbing Leo. So, what was there to hold on to? From now on, the manager Noah Miller no longer exists. I booked a one-way flight out of the country and started packing. Despite being with Anna for 3 years, I had very few possessions. Everything fit into a single bag. Forever, family, always, it was all a lie. I left one last letter on the table. As the door clicked shut behind me, it closed off a life I once thought would be mine forever. The roar of the airplane's engine was deafening. A tear hung at the corner of my eye, refusing to fall. "Anna, we are completely and utterly finished." She opened the door to a dark, silent apartment, which was a shock. No matter how late she came home, Noah always left the light on for her. She called his name, but there was no answer. The silence was unnerving. A knot of anxiety tightened in her stomach. What was going on? Was Noah really this upset? The text message about being finished, was he serious? He must be tired and already asleep. Trying to reassure herself, Anna walked to the bedroom and pushed open the door. It was just as empty. He wasn't there. What did this mean? Where could he have gone so late? The only people he was close to were in the band. Had he made other friends without telling her? Thinking of his cryptic text, panic began to set in. She yanked open the closet. The side where Noah's clothes usually hung was completely bare. No, this couldn't be happening. Noah wouldn't actually leave. Where'd he even go? He had no one else. Unable to stop herself, she pulled out her phone, her fingers trembling as she opened their message thread. "Noah, where are you? When are you going to stop this?" A red exclamation mark appeared next to her message. He had blocked her. A mix of anxiety and disbelief surged through her. Anna swept everything off the desk in a furious motion. The crash echoed in the empty apartment, magnified by the silence. Amid the shattered mess on the floor, a piece of white paper caught her eye. She calmed herself enough to pick up the letter, which was already damp from a spilled glass of water. "Anna, thank you for reaching out to me all those years ago. Without you and your parents, I probably would have ended up lost somewhere. I once swore I would love you forever, that I would spend my life protecting you. But it hurts too much. Every night, I waited for you alone. Every time I pretended to be okay with it. Every time your attention was on someone else, it was agony. I don't know what happened to us, why all the good things disappeared in the blink of an eye. I don't hate you, but I can't love you anymore either. This is goodbye, Anna. We're even now." Anna's hands shook so much she could barely hold the thin piece of paper. Even? What a joke. How dare Noah just walk out on her like this? She refused to believe it. The man who had always loved her, always supported her, always waited patiently for her at home, had just abandoned her. It wasn't possible. This had to be some new tactic to get her attention. He'd come crawling back in a few days, she was sure of it. "Hey, is Noah with you? Have you seen Noah? Do you know where Noah went?" She called all their mutual friends, but every single one of them had no idea where he was. A strange anger began to build inside her as she tore the letter into tiny pieces. How dare he think he could just leave? The plane landed. The bright sun of a foreign country felt cleansing, as if it were burning away the old, dark haze. "Did you land okay?" I had deleted all my contacts except for Alex. He was my best friend from high school, the only person I still had a connection to back home. "I just got here. Anna called everyone last night. Are you sure you don't want to talk to her?" "No need. I really want this to be over." "All right. Don't worry. I won't tell her anything. Take care of yourself over there." Seeing that I don't know text for the 10th time, Anna was about to lose her mind. It had been almost 24 hours. Where on earth was Noah? How could there be no trace of him? He was an orphan with nowhere else to go. The frustration made her pace back and forth, the panic growing with each step. "Anna, can you come keep me company?" I think I have a fever. Her phone rang. Before she could even speak, Leo's soft voice came through the line. Normally, Anna would have teased him about being so delicate, and it would have made her think about how serious and stoic Noah was. But today, hearing the same words, she only felt an immense wave of irritation. If you're not feeling well, go to a doctor. Why are you calling me? Am I a miracle worker? There was a pause on the other end. I just missed you, Leo said, his voice tinged with hurt. If it's a bad time, then never mind. His vulnerability would usually make her want to comfort him, but a glance at the shredded letter on the floor killed any such impulse. Do you know where Noah is? Is Noah not home? Don't tell me he ran off with another woman. If you can't say anything useful, then shut up. If you hear anything about him, tell me immediately. She hung up and, out of desperation, started sending messages to Noah's blocked number. Where the hell are you? You've got some nerve, disappearing without a word and blocking me. You better hope I never find you, or you'll regret it. Was it really that big of a deal that I mentioned disbanding the band? If I go to a better label, I'll make more money. Then you wouldn't have to hustle for deals all the time. Isn't that a good thing? The string of red exclamation marks stung her eyes. Suddenly, she remembered an old email address they used back in college. Noah, please stop this. Come home. The email went through, but it was like dropping a stone into a bottomless pit. There was no reply. Anna, the people from Apex Records are coming this afternoon to talk about the contract. You have to be there. Despite her anxiety over Noah's disappearance, Anna pulled herself together and went to the meeting. In the private room, the head of AR from Apex warmly laid out the company's development plan for her. Anna's future seemed bright. Thank you so much, Mr. Davis. I'm grateful for this opportunity, and I'll work hard. Don't worry, I'll handle any loose ends. After seeing the executives off, Anna allowed herself a small smile, the first in days. Leo, set up a meeting. I need to talk to the rest of the band. The four of them sat in the rehearsal space. Anna, when are we recording the new single? Yeah, we should have a ton of new fans after the next episode airs. I haven't seen Noah in days. Is he not coming today? Anna shifted uncomfortably. I called you all here today to tell you something. I've decided to disband the band. The room fell silent. Besides Leo, who already knew, everyone else stared at her in disbelief. Anna, you've got to be kidding. It's not April Fool's Day. Anna didn't say another word, just stared at the floor. Leo stepped in. For career development reasons, Anna and I are moving to Apex Records. So, this band can't continue. I know this is hard to hear, but all good things must come to an end. Let's just part on good terms. Mike, the bassist, who had been quiet until now, let out a bitter laugh. When my mom held a knife to her own throat to make me come home, you told me things were tough, and we had to stick together. I stayed. Now that we've finally made it, you're just going to throw us away? And Noah already drove him away. After everything he did for you, he nearly died from alcohol poisoning at one of those meetings for you. Anna, you're a monster. Some things look shiny on the outside, but they're rotten to the core. Good luck with your new life. The band members left in anger. Anna had expected this, but what did he mean Noah almost died? Don't overthink it. He was probably just being dramatic, Leo said, putting a comforting arm around her. Let's go to Apex and sign the contracts. Before, his touch had been comforting. Now it just felt wrong. Everything went as smoothly as she had hoped. She signed the contract, met her new colleagues, and toured the state-of-the-art recording studios. The future seemed within her grasp. Mr. Davis, when do I start recording? Noodles. Take a few days off first. You'll perform better if you're well-rested. What about the TV show we were on? Well, the show's contract was with your entire band. Now that the band is dissolved, you can't participate anymore. But don't worry, the company will find even better opportunities for you. Looking at the man's warm smile, Anna suddenly felt a sense of unease. Days turned into weeks, and the company still hadn't given her any new assignments. Because of the breakup, most of the fans they had gained had turned on her, flooding the internet with comments calling her a traitor. The PR work the company had promised never materialized. Leo, has the company given you any work? In a panic, Anna called him. It was strange. Before, Leo was always the one clinging to her. Now that they were at the same company, he never contacted her. Anna, don't worry. The company is definitely looking for the perfect project for you. The average stuff isn't good enough for you. It was the first time she had ever heard Leo sound so dismissive, and her anxiety grew. Anna decided to go to the company and demand answers. Before she could leave, she got a push notification on her phone. Apex Records' hot new band Vixen Riot takes the music world by storm. Mr. Davis, what is this? Why is the company suddenly promoting a new band with a style so similar to mine? Now, Anna, let's not make baseless accusations. The company has been developing this band for 2 years. Their debut now has nothing to do with you. In that instant, everything became clear. Why Leo had joined their band when they were just starting to get noticed. Why he had been so eager to connect her with Apex. Why he had subtly sown discord among her original bandmates. It was all to clear the path for this new band. It was a joke. She had been so blinded by his flattery and her own ambition that she had thrown away everyone who was ever close to her, only to end up completely alone, unable to control the rage of being played and the regret for her own stupidity. Anna punched the AR executive in the nose. Apex Records was a powerhouse in the industry. After burning that bridge, Anna was blacklisted. All the other labels that had once courted her now wouldn't even take her calls. When she had hit rock bottom, a producer who had once funded the band agreed to meet with her. Mr. Coleman, you're a true friend, Anna said, trying to sound upbeat. Trust me, once I get past this, I'll make a huge comeback. She tried to show her loyalty, but she missed the mocking look in his eyes. Well, if it isn't the great Anna Miller. Times are tough, huh? Where's that manager boyfriend of yours? Isn't he with you? Mr. Coleman, please don't make fun of me. I'm no star. I'm only here because of your support. Ha, that's true. If I hadn't invested in you guys back then, you would have starved. You want my help? Fine. Do what your boyfriend did. Drink this entire bottle of whiskey, then crawl between my legs on your knees. What? Anna thought she must have misheard. Are you deaf? You mean you didn't know how much crap your boyfriend had to take for you? He was a real hero, that one. If he had just let you spend a few nights with me back then, he wouldn't have had to suffer so much. But if you're smart about it now, I might consider helping you out. The man's greasy hand landed on her thigh, his eyes leering at her. A wave of nausea washed over Anna. She grabbed her things and ran. The shock left her reeling. Why had no one never told her any of this? Why had she never bothered to ask? If only. Noah, why did you never tell me how much you suffered? How much you were humiliated? Noah, I regret it. I truly regret it. Please come back. I miss you so much. I was wrong about everything. I finally realize how much you mean to me. I'm begging you, Noah. Give me one more chance. I know I was wrong. I can't live without you. Let me make it up to you. Let's start over. Anna frantically sent email after email to Noah. But no matter how many she sent, no matter how heartfelt her words were, there was never a response. Noah, are you doing okay over there? I walked out from under the grape arbor and replied to Alex's text. I'm doing great. I'm working as a picker on a farm now. It's very peaceful. That's good. Have you heard about Anna? My heart still clenched at the mention of her name. No. What about her? She got played by Apex Records. They only signed her to get her out of the way for their own band. She's having a really hard time now. That has nothing to do with me anymore. I'm glad you've moved on. She actually called me a while back, asking about you. Said she sent you a lot of emails. Don't worry, I didn't tell her anything. I opened my email. The notification sound went on for a full 5 minutes. Staring at the full inbox, I suddenly lost the courage to open any of them. Later, sitting by the fireplace, a pleasant warmth from the wine I'd been drinking spreading through me, I finally felt ready. Where the hell are you? You better hide for the rest of your life. So, I hit you once. Is that really a reason to make such a scene? I got played. You must be thrilled. I gave up everything and ended up with nothing. But I'll get back on my feet. Don't blame me if I don't want you back when I'm famous again. You'll regret this. You were so stupid. Why didn't you ever tell me how much you went through? Noah, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I had no idea. Noah, I miss you so much. Where are you? Please come back. I regret everything. I swear I'll be good to you. Noah, can we start over? The emails were in chronological order. They started with anger, then moved to frustration after her betrayal, and finally, to a desperate plea for forgiveness. I thought I would enjoy seeing her suffer, but reading the words of the once proud woman, now filled with despair, I only felt a sense of pity and maybe a flicker of heartache. But I also knew, with absolute certainty, that we could never go back. What lay between us wasn't just a misunderstanding, but a real, permanent wound that could never heal. I would never betray the desperate, helpless version of myself from the past. Life went on, peaceful and quiet. The only difference was that I started checking my email from time to time. I never replied, but I read every message Anna sent, like a child looking forward to a small, unexpected treat. Noah, I went back to her hometown. The tree in front of the school is still so big. They put a permanent feeding station on the corner where we used to feed the stray cats. There are so many of them now. The old house hasn't been lived in for a long time. It smells damp inside. The lines we drew on the wall to mark our height have all faded. I can barely see them. Noah, I miss you. Are you doing okay? The familiar scenes unfolded in her words, and the warm, humid air of my memories seemed to travel through the internet and envelop me. Noah, you probably don't care anymore, but I think you should check the news back home. Alex's call was unexpected. He usually just texted. Puzzled, I re-downloaded a few news apps. The headlines were all about Anna. Former breakout singer posts tearful apology video to win back ex-boyfriend. Public plea or publicity stunt. The internet is divided. Washed-up singer's desperate attempt at a comeback. Every major outlet had picked up the story, each with a more sensational headline than the last. I clicked on one. It was a video. A gentle breeze rustled through a field of green grass. The sky was a brilliant blue. A small path wound through the hills. It was the small hill just outside our hometown, our old secret spot. Noah, I don't know if you'll see this, but there's so much I want to say to you. Anna's voice was calm and steady, as if she were talking to someone right next to her, just like she used to. Noah, do you remember this place? You were always such a good student, and I was terrible. Every time I got my report card, you would bring me here to watch the clouds so I wouldn't have to face my dad's lecture. And that creek over there, we used to catch fish in it every summer. It's mostly dried up now. I looked for a long time, but I couldn't find any. I know you're disappointed in me, but I'm truly sorry. I forgot what was most important. I took your love and your sacrifices for granted. Maybe it's too late to say any of this, but I want you to know that I really do love you. The camera turned to her. The once vibrant and defiant Anna was gone. In her place was a tired, frail woman filled with regret. Noah, if you see this, can you just send me a message? I really, really miss you. The video ended. My own face, stunned and expressionless, was reflected in the dark screen of my phone. A new email notification popped up. I posted the video online. A lot of people are attacking me, saying I'm just doing it for attention. But I don't care. As long as you see it, they can say whatever they want. Noah, please just talk to me. You're all I have left. A cool night breeze blew the curtains open. Anna, not all apologies can be accepted. Not all betrayals can be forgiven. Hey, come on out. The bonfire's ready, my neighbor called from outside. I walked towards the warm light, leaving the dark, damp past far behind me.